So, with the Shadow of the Erdtree expansion finally on the horizon, the hype is real, right? But let's be honest, the official details, they're pretty much non-existent. So today, we're not going to just sit around and wait for answers. Nope. We're going on a quest for them. We're going to take the few precious clues we have and try to piece this whole thing together to map out the shadows that are waiting for us.
And this is basically our call to adventure. Just one single, super evocative line that's our way in. I mean, it's cryptic, it's moody, and it just perfectly sets the stage. You know, this isn't just some instruction. It's a promise of a totally new and probably very dark journey. The real question is, where exactly is it going to lead?
But, okay, before we can even think about answering that call, we immediately slam into our first big roadblock. We are staring right into this fog of the unknown, with almost nothing official to light the way.
I mean, think about it, right? Anytime you venture into totally uncharted territory, what's the first thing you look for? A map, a guide, something to get your bearings. Well, for us lore hunters, the official info, the trailers, the interviews, that's our map. And that's exactly where our little quest hits its first major snag.
And this right here, this is the core of our problem. We're pretty much starting from scratch. The usual places we'd go for information, totally dry. So this completely changes our mission from just explaining what's coming to actually investigating it. We have to become detectives, piecing this new world together from the absolute barest of fragments. But hey, being lore detectives is what we do best, isn't it? So now that we've laid out the challenge, let's pivot to what we do know. We've got our first real, solid clue. A name, a place, the actual setting for this entire new saga. The Land of Shadow. Okay, this is so much more than just a new zone on the map. It's basically the thematic opposite of the lands between. I mean, the whole base game was all about the golden light and the guiding grace of the Erdtree. This expansion is literally taking us somewhere that light can't reach, a place without grace, and that alone tells us a ton about the kind of atmosphere and the challenges we should probably expect.
So we have the where. Now let's talk about the who. Because all signs are pointing to this whole journey being centered on one of the most mysterious and interesting figures in the entire lore, Miquella.
All right, so we actually have confirmation on 3 core pillars that are basically the foundation of this whole expansion. First up, Miquella's journey. This is huge. He's an Empyrean, he's Millennia's brother, and his whole story in the base game was left on this massive cliffhanger over in Mogwin Palace. Second, a huge focus on atmospheric storytelling, which, means the environment, the item descriptions, where the enemies are, all of it is going to be telling the story. And third, they're promising intricate boss mechanics, which for us fans means brand new, probably punishing, but ultimately super rewarding challenges to overcome.
And this just puts everything into perspective, doesn't it? On one side, you have the things we know for sure, the pillars of the experience. But then on the other side, there's this thrilling void, all the specific lore details, any brand new mechanics that might completely change how we play, and, the final goal. What is the whole point of Miquella's journey? This is like a map of our own ignorance, and every single blank space on it is just another exciting possibility.
Okay, so what does all this mean when we put it together? We've taken our few clues and we've started to build this hazy but exciting picture. A vision of the adventure that's just waiting for us is finally starting to form.
And this is the core takeaway. This isn't just going to be a new map pack. It's a whole, complete, unified experience. We're going to journey into a land with no grace. We're going to follow the mysterious path of Miquella, and we're going to face that demanding, intricate combat that defines this entire world.
Which, brings us right back to where we started. The invitation has been sent. We've peered through the fog, we've deciphered the first few lines of our map. We know the journey is going to be dark, the story is going to be deep, and the challenges will be absolutely immense. So the only question left is the one for you. Are you ready?